Hey guys, Army this community. I need you to stay with me on this one, because what you're about to hear might actually change the way you look at Jungkook and Jimin's relationship forever. No, seriously, this isn't just another cute moment or a random interaction. This is something deeper, something emotional, something that fans are only now starting to truly understand. And when this message from Jungkook to Jimin resurfaced, fans didn't just react, they exploded. Some cried, some couldn't believe it, and others? They said, "This explains everything." So let me take you back for a second. You know how Jungkook and Jimin have always had that bond, right? That connection that feels different. Not forced, not for the cameras, just natural, raw, and real. We've seen them laugh together, support each other, even tease each other endlessly. But behind all of that, there are moments that hit deeper. Moments that don't trend immediately but stay in your heart for a long time. And this message? This was one of those moments. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. It wasn't some grand speech on stage, or a viral clip that instantly blew up. It was subtle, almost too subtle. But real fans, the ones who really pay attention, started connecting the dots. And when they did, everything suddenly made sense. Jungkook once said something to Jimin that, at the time, felt simple, almost like something you'd say casually to someone you care about. But the more you think about it, the more it hits. He told Jimin, basically, that no matter what happens, no matter how hard things get, Jimin should never doubt himself, because to Jungkook, he's always been someone irreplaceable. Someone who matters more than words can explain. Now pause for a second and really let that sink in. Because this isn't just encouragement. This isn't just "you're doing great." This is Jungkook, the guy who rarely puts his deepest emotions into words, choosing to say something that direct, that honest to Jimin. And here's where things get even more intense. Fans started noticing that Jimin never forgot that message. Like, never. You can literally see it in the way he looks at Jungkook during certain moments. The way he reacts when Jungkook praises him. The way he smiles, not the usual stage smile, but that soft, genuine one. It's like that message stayed with him. Like it became something he carried through difficult times. And if you've followed BTS for a long time, you already know, Jimin is someone who struggles with self-doubt. He's incredibly hardworking, incredibly talented, but also incredibly hard on himself. There were moments when he questioned if he was doing enough, if he was good enough. Now imagine having someone like Jungkook, someone who grew up with you, trained with you, shared countless memories with you, look you in the eye and say, "You matter. You're enough." Don't ever forget that. Yeah, that hits differently. And this is exactly why fans lost it when this message started getting attention again. Because suddenly, it wasn't just a cute friendship moment. It became something deeper, something emotional, something real. Fans on social media were like, "Wait, this is why Jimin always reacts that way." Others were saying, "No wonder their bond feels so strong." And then there were those comments, the ones that just break your heart in the best way possible. Everyone needs a Jungkook in their life. But hold on, it doesn't stop there. Because once people started revisiting old clips, old interviews, old behind-the-scenes moments, they began to notice patterns. Moments where Jimin seemed unsure, but then Jungkook would step in, even in the smallest ways. A look, a smile, a few words, and suddenly, Jimin's energy would shift. It's like that message wasn't just said once, it became something Jungkook kept showing through his actions. And that's what makes this whole thing even more powerful. Because words are one thing. Anyone can say something nice. But to consistently show it, to be there for someone in ways that aren't always obvious, that's different. That's real. And I think that's what fans are really reacting to. Not just the message itself, but what it represents. It represents years of trust. Years of understanding each other without needing to say much. Years of growing together, not just as idols, but as people. And let's be honest for a second, in an industry as intense as K-pop, where everything moves so fast and pressure is always there, having someone like that by your side, that's rare. That's something you hold on to. And maybe, just maybe, that's why Jimin never forgot. Because it came at a time when he needed it the most. Because it came from someone who truly understood him. And because it wasn't just words, it was truth. Now here's something that really got fans emotional. Some fans started sharing their own experiences, talking about how hearing that message made them reflect on their own lives. Like, do I have someone who believes in me like that? Or even, have I ever told someone how much they mean to me? And suddenly, this whole thing became bigger than just Jungkook and Jimin. It became personal. It became something that connected the fandom in a completely different way. That's the power of moments like this. They don't just stay within the group, they reach people. They inspire people. And honestly, that's what BTS has always been about, right? Not just music, not just performances, but connection, emotion, realness. So yet when fans say they were shook, or emotional, or not okay after revisiting this message, they're not exaggerating. Because it reminds us of something we all need to hear sometimes. That we matter. That we're enough. That even when we doubt ourselves, someone out there might see us in a completely different light. And if you think about it, maybe that's why this moment is blowing up again now. Because people need it. Because people relate to it. Because in a world where everything feels uncertain sometimes, hearing something this genuine feels comforting. And I want to ask you something, guys, seriously. Did you ever notice this before? Or did this change the way you see Jungkook and Jimin too? Because for me, it's one of those moments that you can't unsee once you understand it. It just adds another layer to everything. Another reason why their bond feels so special. Another reason why fans are so deeply connected to them. And honestly, I don't think this is something that will ever fade away. Because messages like this, they stay. They live on not just in memories, but in actions, in reactions, in the way people treat each other. And maybe that's the real reason why Jimin never forgot. Not because it was said, but because it was real. Alright guys, if this hit you the way it hit me, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more stories like this.